Hey guys, it's Jen Ferguson here with Artistic Painting Studio. And today I've got this really cute door hanger that I got from Deco Exchange. And I'm going to show you how we can enhance this with some foils. So come join me. Well, I'm super excited to work on this project. And you'll have to check out Deco Exchange. They've got so many adorable door hangers. And we can just take our foils, add a little bit of extra bling, and make them even more custom. So I'm starting off with our Artsyville Embellishments foil adhesive. And I'm just going to put some out on what I call my sticky plate, you guys. Um, Such a great place to always just put your foil adhesive out. That way, if you want to add a little bit of water to it, you can. And that you don't want to contaminate your jar. So you never want to add anything to the jar itself. So that's why it's great to go ahead and just put it out on a plate. I'm just using a foam plate. That's what I call my sticky plate, you guys. And it ends up with layer after layer after layer of adhesive on here. Okay, so test your adhesive first. And if it's flowing pretty smooth, then just go right out of the jar. If you feel by any chance that it has gotten a little bit thicker, or the application that you're doing, you want to thin it down, then go ahead and add just a tiny bit of water. Okay, I'm going to paint over the white section of this hat, okay? Because I'm going to foil this, as well as I think it would be super cute to foil the berries. Okay, and I got a little extra goodie there. So just take your time, find a brush that works well for this technique, okay? And just paint on your adhesive. The way that these signs are manufactured, there's nothing else that we need to do as far as prep. We can just put our foil adhesive directly over the surface and not have to do any prep ahead of time. And I'm just going to keep moving this so it's easier for me to paint on the adhesive. And I'm doing the center first because I'm going to also paint the adhesive on some of the berries. I don't know if I'm going to do all of them or just bling out a few. And the great thing is that if I decide I just want to do a few of them, and once I'm done, if I absolutely love it and feel like, oh my gosh, we need to do them all, I can always go back and add more. Okay, I'm going to also do the ball from his hat, or her hat, not sure. But never think that there's not something that we can embellish with our foils. And it's fun to do a project where we completely cover everything in foils, and then it's also super fun just to take something like this and embellish. Okay, I'm going to change my brush size so that hopefully I can control the smaller brush. And I think I'm going to start off with a couple of the berries, okay? Maybe even just highlighting one in every grouping. And these lonely little berry that's all by itself. So once I get all my foil adhesive on, I'm going to suggest that you do wait at least 30 minutes. If you're a very patient person, the longer you wait, it's great because the foil adhesive goes from milky white, as it looks like when I'm putting it on right now, and then it will dry completely clear, and it will get to a nice, firm, hard tack. So the longer you leave the adhesive, the more time that it has to get to that firm hard tack, and will give you your best foil release. There's no window of opportunity, meaning you can put the adhesive on, and if you don't have time to get back to this project for hours or even days, the foil adhesive will never dry beyond the firm tack. You just want to make sure you are putting the project someplace safe that nothing else can get stuck to it. And I'm just going to continue. I'm doing just one berry, okay, in the grouping. And I'm doing all of the single berries as well. As you notice, I keep loading my brush almost for every berry because I feel it's just easier for me to control. That way the foil adhesive is on the tip of the brush as well. Okay, I'm almost there. And as soon as I have all these berries done, we're going to go let this dry. And then we're going to come back and add our foil and our little touches. So we'll add a little bling to this subtle door hanger and just give it a little bit more charm. Okay, I think we're all done here. Okay, now it's the waiting time. We'll see you guys back as soon as this is dry. Okay guys, I have picked a couple of foils. I picked Scarlet Red, which is holographic. I think that'll be beautiful on our berries. And then we're going to use Elsa, which is little snowflakes for our hat. Okay, I'm going to work from the outside in. That way all of our little berries are done. And I'm just using a stiff bristled toothbrush and just going to place these around, and won't take much foil at all to get all of those little berries done. Oh my gosh, this is just going to add so much. And like I said, if I'm done and I decide I want all the berries to be foiled, we can always come back and add. The foil transfers so well. And again, I let it sit for probably about 45 minutes to an hour since I put the adhesive on. And as you can see, we are getting a great transfer on here. And this is something wonderful that you can also do with your foil scraps. We always tell everybody, hold on to all your little scraps of foil. There's just so many different things that you can use them for. And this right here is a great thing to use your scraps, okay? And I'm even trying to maximize what I have here, and I don't even think I'm going to go through a couple of inches of foil, okay? If I had even been a little bit more frugal in the beginning, it would have probably taken less. Okay, last berry here, okay? Oh, how fun and how simple, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and hold this up a little bit so you can see how the light's going to hit it and make all those little berries shine. Okay, let's get this hat done. Okay, so I'm using a transparent foil, which can sometimes be just a little tricky because once we have it off the roll, I always forget to put a piece of tape on it and make sure I know which side is the transfer side. So if you're like me and you didn't put your tape on it, you can use a piece of tape. Just put it on the corner. And if some of the foil actually comes off onto the tape, you know that that is your transfer side. Okay, so I'm going to position this, and I'm really trying to make sure that I get a lot of snowflakes, okay, from the pattern. So I position that strategically there, okay, so that I could get as many snowflakes on that small part of the hat. And then being that it is a transparent foil, sometimes you got to give these little things a good little tug to get them started, okay? And once they start, they normally will release to like a complete release, okay? And I'm pulling in as well because I don't want any what I call over release if I can avoid it. And I'll show you what that is. Okay, so this right here is what we call over release. It just still came off of the carrier, and I'm just going to pull that off. I can use my toothbrush and brush that away as well, okay? So just be prepared. If you're using one of the transparent foils, you could end up with just a little bit of over release, and I'm just rubbing it with my fingers, and that is just coming right off, okay? Oh, but look how cute, okay, his hat is. Okay, one more little section here. We've got the ball, and I'm gonna look for, see if I've got a couple of those snowflakes that are really close, okay? Well, let's go for that little section. At least we've got a couple of the bigger ones on there. Again, scrub really well. Takes a little bit to get them started, okay? And then pull inwards if you can. And then I'm just using, like I said, my finger to wipe away any over release. And you guys, we are done, okay? Look how cute his hat turned out. And we've got those shimmering little berries as well. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you will pull out your foils and embellish some of your projects. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun with this project. For a full list of all materials and supplies, check the description below and do us a big favor, hit that subscribe button and don't miss any of our upcoming tutorials.